Hey everybody, how's it going? I am Sethum and welcome back to another video. Today folks, I am going to be sharing some information with you with regards to the gacha. So I've been playing around with these things and I have figured out how to maximize their production. And this is what this video is going to be about. So if you folks enjoy this video, please do not forget to support me and the channel by hitting that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you are new and haven't already for more similar content from myself. And if you have just subscribed, remember to hit that bell icon so that you get notified when I upload new videos. Also, for those interested in hanging out with me, you can always find me on the Sethtopia Discord. Links to this, of course, can be found down below in the video's description, as well as in a pinned comment from myself. So, what am I going to be sharing with you? Well, the gacha is a fairly complicated creature and has some new mechanics that is worth keeping in mind. So I've been playing around with them, trying to see how they work and how to increase their production. Now the gachas, basically you put stuff in their inventory and then they pop a crystal out of the back. Now that crystal can be a resource that you have selected from their radial wheel, or it could be an item. They do produce items, but there are certain conditions that must be met. Now, as you will see in a bit, I do have several pairs of gachas. Pairs, quote unquote, you know, because one of them is actually not a pair. There are two females. So let me show you what I mean. Over there, we have two pairs of gachas. They're producing various resources. Over there, another pair, and that is the final pair. Now, the last pair are both females. So with the gachas, you put stuff in their inventory. So this is what I've got here. I've got owl pellet and stone. Same thing over here. She needs a bit more, or he needs a bit more, whatever. A bit more items in there. This over here, they are both females. As you can see, not very many crystals coming out. So I'll just pick out some of these items. I did empty their inventory for a certain reason, and I'll show you exactly why. Now, if you look at their faces, you can see that they are not happy. We'll elaborate on that a bit. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to show you what these guys have in their inventory. So I've been testing out different items to see if that makes a difference. These guys have element. Now, this is expensive, and I would not recommend this on any server, but I did want to see if the stuff that they have in their inventory affects their production. Now, these guys are a pair. Both of them have element in them. So I want to see if you put better stuff in their inventory, if they put out more crystals, if they have more higher quality crystals and stuff like that. Now, I've been playing around with it. I know the result, but obviously I want to prove what I am saying. So as you can see, this pair over here, they are happy. They have the little glowy thing on the back, but there is an easier way to note when they are happy or not, and I will show you that in a little bit. Sometimes the glowy things on their back is a bit more difficult to see due to the lighting. So as you can see, as I move around, now I'm waiting for this gacha to get up because I thought I saw something underneath its body, but I didn't. So I'm going to pick up all of these shiny crystals for a start, and then we will see how many crystals we get. We will count it out. Well, I will count it out, and we'll see if there is a difference between these two pairs that are actually proper pairs. And I already know the result with the ones that are both females, what they will do. So I'm just going to pick up all these shiny stuff. Now, obviously, the shiny crystals do have equipment and items in them, depending on the crystal itself. So let's figure out, or let me show you how you know when they are happy and when they are not. Just double checking. So look at their faces. Now, the dark marks around their eyes clearly shows that they are not happy. It is a convex sort of pattern. They look like they are frowning. So let's go and have a look at these guys over here, which are clearly happy and they are producing. So if you look at the dark marks around their eyes, you can see that they are pretty round instead of in a convex manner. Okay, just wanted to see if they dropped anything. Now, notice they don't have any glowy, shiny things on their back, so that is a bit inconclusive. But it's a lot easier to tell them by their faces if they are happy or not. If they are happy, they will produce a lot more resources than if they are not happy. And obviously, if they are happy, they will also give you those rare crystals that have sometimes gear and equipment in them. Also, there is another way to test out if they are happy or not. So what I've done is I've spawned in some stone. We're going to throw some stone at them and see what they do. There we go. So they do that no, I'm not having that, I'm not happy sort of animation. I'm not going to pick that up because I am quite heavy if I do pick it up. Notice that there are not very many crystals behind them, as obviously their production is less compared to these guys over here, which have an enormous amount of crystals. Obviously, I will show you that in time as well at the end of the video, as I will be picking up all these crystals. Alright, so let's test out the happiness on these guys. I'm going to spawn in some stone and then chuck it at them, and I'll show you what they do if they are happy when you throw items in front of them. So we'll throw these rocks out, and as you can see, they start picking them up and putting it in their inventory. So that is how you know when your gacha is happy. Now, what makes a gacha happy? You want to have them as a pair. So that means, of course, male and female. Now, very important here, you do want to keep your pairs separated. What I find that works is roughly around 12 to 14 foundations apart from each other. Now, obviously, that means you're going to have a big base, because if the pairs are too close to each other, then they will become unhappy, which will, of course, affect their production. So I'm going to show you with these guys as well. They are still happy. Also, what I've noticed with the gachas is that they do tend to produce more crystals if they are in close proximity of a player, so they have the similar mechanic as the egg laying mechanic. Alright, I've removed all of the shiny crystals. I am now going to speed up time, and we will see what the results are. So we've got those guys over there that aren't happy. Happy gachas over there in front of me, and to my left, happy gachas. Now, the first pair of gachas that I'm looking at the moment have all sorts of random materials like snow owl pellets and stone. Those guys have elements. So I want to see if these different materials affect the production line in terms of what they produce. So we'll wait a couple of seconds, then we will resume normal speed, and I'm gonna have a look at how many crystals I get. Now, I'm only counting the shiny crystals, as obviously that is a good way of getting some really good gear. So let's have a look over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Right, so that's 15 crystals from these guys over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 12 crystals. So the pair with the element in the inventory have produced 2 crystals less. Now, I have noticed that this is a consistent thing. They tend to produce slightly less, so they do prefer the snow owl pellets and rocks and other items to the element. Obviously, you can put whatever you want in their inventory, and when you open up the shiny crystals from the gachas, obviously what you don't want, you can just chuck in front of them. They will pick it up and consume it and give you another crystal. Alright, so let me show you what you can get out of these crystals. And you will notice that they do vary from base items to equipment And some equipment can be quite ridiculously powerful. Now that's quite interesting. I do like that long neck rifle. Good gate over there. Canteen. Pump action shotgun. We got a jar from that. Now these are the crystals that I picked up earlier. Wow, okay. That's a pretty darn good crossbow. I'm going to hold on to that. Obviously, this is on a local gameplay. And I will be playing with the crossbow, but this isn't something that I will be playing with in the long run. But it is nice to have, so I'll just keep a hold of that. So as you can see, you can get some really decent stuff. A lot of Ascendant gear is coming out. And we're also getting all sorts of base items and everything. So definitely worth making sure that your gachas are as happy as can be. Okay, so I don't really want to keep all the stuff that I just got from the crystals. I'm going to be throwing them back. Just need to be careful not to throw my my tech rifle. That's not one thing I want to give them. So let's give these things back to the gachas. They can pick it up and then they can get me some other stuff. Okay, so new thing that I'm doing. I am trying to put players only so the gachas do not produce anything. I will be picking up all of the crystals behind them. And the next thing that I want to show is how much they produce when they are happy versus when they are not happy. Also, we'll be keeping in mind the items in their inventory. So that would be the element versus the rock and snow owl pellets. I can see the gachas are still moving even with players only. So that really doesn't seem to affect them. Even with players only on, they still seem to continue producing, which is annoying. So yeah, I'm gonna quickly go around picking up all of these crystals so we can get a accurate count. I'll be counting all of the crystals that come out of their back regardless of color. So as this is another way to show you guys what the difference is between the happy gachas as well as the items in their inventory. I'm going to try and do this as fast as I can. Oh, let's pick this one up. Okay, nearly there. It's a good thing these crystals don't weigh all that much. Okay, so there we are. Everything is fairly clean. So I am going to speed up time. I will wait for a bit and then I shall return and we will count the crystals that we got. Alright, so it's been, well, maybe half a minute, close to a minute. Actually, maybe slightly over a minute. So we'll count these crystals over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 crystals. So that is from 2 gachas, 13 crystals. Let's see how many we get over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So roughly 27 crystals. I might have slightly miscounted, but whatever. Gives us just an idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. Okay, so close to 40 crystals. Actually 40 crystals by the looks of it. Or in the region of 40 crystals from the gachas that have stone and snow owl pellets versus the happy gachas with the element. So these are the results from this video. You clearly want your gachas to be happy. The way to do that is to have them as a pair, but separate from other gacha pairs. So I recommend 12 to 14 foundations. I'd probably go 14 foundations apart. In terms of items in the inventory, you want to use stone and snow owl pellets, as they seem to do a bit better than items such as element. That is it for this video, folks. I do hope that the information in this video was useful. If you have enjoyed it, please do not forget to support me and the channel by hitting that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you are new and haven't already for more similar content. And if you have just subscribed to the channel, why not check out some of my other videos here on this channel? Who knows, you might just enjoy them. I will also be covering Fallout 76 once I finish with the majority of the Ark tutorial, so do look forward to that, because I know I'm looking forward to it. However, Ark is my bread and butter, and so therefore it takes priority. And for those interested, why not check out my Discord channel? Links to this, of course, can be found down below in the video's description, as well as in a pinned comment. Until next time, stay safe, folks.